The final vintage event of the year had almost 200 players. Good morning, vintage gamers. Welcome to this Saturday morning super qualifier for vintage. Looks like we have up around 200 players today. So this is a super qualifier, which means it's kind of like the old PTQs that we used to play in, except this one is qualifying you for the regional championships. Top 4 of this tournament get a regional championship qualification, and then there's a bunch of play points and treasure chests and mox points on the line as well. So a nice big open tournament. This is not a QP gated event, so you can play with play points. So it ends up being quite large. So just maybe 8-9 rounds of vintage action for you today. That being said, I am going to play this Lurrus PO, Lurrus Vault Key deck. Basically, this is my Turbo Vault Key deck from Eternal Weekend, where I am going to cut the Oswalds and the more Turbo Vault Key part of it and play some of the learnings from the recent success of Tomasz Mar and the Unlucky Monkey Lurrus PO deck. Now, that deck I can't exactly vibe with because it has a little bit too much of an ambitious mana base for me. I'm not saying that the mana base is built incorrectly or is too poor to function or anything. It doesn't sit well with me as a player. So I'm changing my old mana base here to be a little more dangerous with the Mystical Archive, or the Meticulous Archive and the Volcanic Island splashing an additional way of winning the game. But for the rest of it, it's very much still similar to the initial Lurrus PO decks that I've been playing around the world for the past few weekends. So yeah, should be pretty exciting. I did move the planes to the sideboard. I do think it's still nice to have this planes when you're playing the Four Swords to Plowshares version of your deck, especially against things like Mono White Initiative. But needed to kind of make space in the main for things. The nice part about this deck is without Oswald, you are bypassing game 1 removal pretty well. So you get to do nice things like blank their removal spells. Yeah, 4th is great. 4th is basically a Tendrils that has other applicability. So we're big fans of 4th Erlingas in this PO combo house. So should be fun. We'll see you in round 1. All right, welcome to round 1. We have the young and powerful Frowning Table across the table, who is likely to be playing a Lurrus control deck. So we have a nice, powerful back and forth Lurrus matchup here to start the event. All right, my hand opens up with multiple Moxen, Force, and a Balance. Definitely interested in keeping this hand. We did finish the event at 199 players, 8 rounds of Swiss. Should be fun. Definitely going to go land, play out my Moxen, and play out my Time Vault to possibly set up balances. My hand is a little action light, but this balance might just take my opponent's whole hand away and be really, really strong. Let's see what opponent does. If they lead on like fetch land go, it's a little less appealing, but we do still have a Spell Pierce backup if we want. We'll have to see what they choose to do. Hobble themselves. This a little higher. Fetch away the Bauble card. Probe me. It's quite unfortunate. The jig is up. We don't really have like PO draws too. Obviously we have key draws. They have to consider like what they're going to do about this balance. And it certainly dissuades them from things like Frog. Though Lavinia is still pretty annoying. But there's a high likelihood I just jam this balance to try to get as many cards out of their hand as I can. Balance is a weird card, but it certainly grows in power the more artifacts you play. Wow, they have the turn 1 Lotus Petal. Are they going to play Lavinia? No. I love the Lotus Petal in Lurrus. Yeah, you as well. Let's do with the Ridiculous Archive. Demonic Tutor to the bin. Can't cast that. No skipping turns. I guess you could theoretically skip a turn here, though. Don't think I want to, though. Would I rather hold open Spell Pierce or play Top Balance? Should play Top Balance. Top is really nice here because it helps me build up again after this balance. They know my hand, so they can play their counter spells in the perfect manner. But I'm going to go all in probably and try to remove their whole hand from the game. I think that would put me in an advantageous position. The way they're pausing makes me think that it's not very good for them because they had perfect information. So if they had a path that was quite good for them, then they would probably just snap it off. There's like something to be said about holding top, using Spell Pierce, and being able to rebuild after or something like that, but I think this makes more sense to me. Oh, it just resolves. All right, so we got Jet. Wait, so they must have drawn Jet off of the bauble. We got a Force of Will, a Basic Plains, and an Underground Sea, leaving themselves with 2 cards and then leaving us with Force. Okay. Orcish Bowmasters. I don't think I... Do I care? They have 1 card remaining. I don't care a lot. I care a little bit. I might just counter this, though. We have 1 card left after this. I'm trying to learn from my experience against Brian Koval in the Eternal Weekend event where I did not balance and regretted it. Ooh, there's a PO. I usually like to draw here before spinning on upkeep. I think I'm interested in waiting for a little bit here and building this out. Glad I countered this Bowmaster though. So I'm gonna go probably on their upkeep. Though I could wait another turn and have Force back up. I can play around Spell Pierce. Yeah, I should wait 1 more turn. So what I'll do is I won't activate my top. It does let them draw an extra card though. So the question becomes, am I doing this on my turn or am I doing this on my opponent's upkeep to play around negations? I think I'd rather play around negation for the first one. No, I don't think I will. And we're not going to use my top so that I can draw to a Force if I want to. Because I can't really replay a PO. I don't have anything. Balance is a highly volatile card, but very much worth playing when you're playing 5 Moxen. So here we have to consider things like Soul Guide Lantern, Basic Plains, Prismatic Ending, multiple more swords. If they think they have Null Rod, we might want a Seal of Cleansing. 2 Null Rods possibly. But we are bringing in a Prismatic Ending, which is actually a Null Rod removal spell. Personally, I like to do things like take out all my forces, which is debatable. But I like to do things like this. Vampiric is pretty bad, though. Now, I don't know if everyone will always agree with me on the, I have a Lorien revealed in my deck. Interesting. I guess it helps me with my colors here. But I just find that there are very few things you actually want to force out of Lurrus control, and doing so sets you pretty far behind. I removed a Lorien. Sometimes I forget what exactly is going on in my deck. I cut a Lorien, it seems. I don't know how I did that. I would think I would have rather played a second Lorien over a repeal, but it's fine. Oh, I removed a Lorien. Okay, that makes more sense. All right, I'm gonna cut the seal of cleansing. I was like trying to figure out what the hell was going on, but it's early in the morning. So this is like yeah, like I said, this is a bit of an interesting way to play it out. But I have a portable hole and a prismatic ending for null rods. That might just be enough as it is. Because like null rod is a card maybe you'd look at forcing, but maybe I still want to play the seal. I don't know. It's just like kind of like two null rods and like maybe a saga. Is that really worth it? I feel like I can take out Bobble though. Maybe it is. All right. I have a cat. I've got a very eccentric hand here. Keep her in my book though. Lotus Petal hand again. Play Lavinia would be pretty good. I don't have a Caracas in this version of my deck. I chose not to because of mana considerations. Frog. Fourth Aerlingus against Frog is a little dubious. Let's see what their hand looks like. They have a force and they have a force. We can do a lot of things here. They kept the swords in. Interesting. Maybe they think we have Oswald's. So they have Strip Mine Force with a frog. How do I play this out? So if I have 1 mana, 4 mana, 7 mana. I guess I could theoretically go for Lurrus. But that would put me pretty exposed. And they have Force and Swords. This is kind of hard to play through at this point because I just don't have any of my removal spells. Maybe in this case, we just want to go Bobble and see what we're drawing. Fetch. Yeah, I think we have to play this out slower. I guess by cracking the Bobble, I already messed up. I should have held the Bobble so that I could turn on my Opal. Because now I'm going to be exposed to Strip Mine. Damn. Oh, yeah, that's what happens when you play too early. All right. Because I want to have that land too. I guess in this case, we just have to simply pass then. Damn, that's a pretty big mistake already, but that's okay. We'll fight through. Yeah, I'd rather not get Strip Mine this turn. But yeah, obviously I should have held my Bobble, played out my 3 cards, used my Opal to play my Mana Vault, and then crack my Bobble. It's okay. No, so my opponent's gonna have 2 extra draws here. I'm definitely in trouble because my hand just doesn't have any of the removal spells that you need to combat like a turn 1 frog. Hey, Grim. I think I waved at you. They drew probe. All right. Well, now they again know my entire hand, so they can choose what they want to force. No worries, too. No worries. This looks like a really hard game to win. My opponent had a really powerful start with the turn 1 frog with force backup. They have answers to Lurrus. They have answers to lands. They have force. It's gonna be challenging. We have to really pick and choose what I want to fight over here or try to push through. But this mistake with the bobble really cost me because I'd like to have all the mana I can on turn 2 here to maybe try to play 2 threats. Really a big mistake. I think I just didn't reevaluate. Happens a lot on stream. I talk through all my lines and then a new variable approaches and I don't talk through all my lines again. Sometimes for good, sometimes for bad. So my opponent has 2 extra unknown cards here. It's going to be quite challenging with the amount of power they have in their hand here. I don't know. Like, I think 4th Airling is right now is worse than a PO, but it's going to be hard to resolve either. I guess like what we can do is mostly just try to cast a PO and see if it resolves, and then see how to play out the best way from there. But again, that would have been a lot more useful if I had not lost a mana last turn. So if Jet is one of their unknown cards, there's the Strip Mine, and they're buying Lurrus. Okay, so their hand is 1 unknown, Dig, Swords, and Force. I think I'm going to go with the Meticulous Archive then, because I'm going to crack this turn to play some stuff, so I might as well get value. I definitely don't want another Soul Guide Lantern, so I love this land. This land is super strong. Soul Ring. All right. So my opponent's going to know my whole hand as well. Land. Soul Ring. So I have to see how much I can 4th after. So if I PO, I have 1 mana, and I can 4th for 3 after. Yeah, I mean, I would have an additional night if I hadn't messed up earlier in this game. Or I could buy Lurrus and play Lurrus. Do I have enough to buy Lurrus, play Lurrus, and PO? I doubt it, right? But they might have to force Lurrus if I do that. I guess they really wouldn't, because they would just force the PO and then they'd swords the Lurrus. So I think I just want to PO for 4 and then play 4th Airlingas and hope it's enough. I don't think it's going to be enough, unfortunately, but I feel like I have to do this. Yeah, it's actually really, really important that I had that 1 mana back. They have a dig through time. I really messed up. It's quite impressive. All right, force pitching. Oh, so they kept the dig through time. That's quite bad for me. They pitched Lorien Revealed. This needs to be red or white, so I guess I just have to get. I'm just gonna get another Tundra. Yeah, I really messed this game up. I think life total might matter here, so I don't, and I can't ever block the frog on the swing back, but I guess I can make them jump the frog. I guess if they just swords, they don't have to jump the frog. But then they wouldn't be playing Lurrus. I guess they would still play Lurrus because they play Lurrus and then Petal and then swords. I guess I can't really life total them out anyways, because they're gonna have a Lurrus, right? So maybe it's just hit for 2. But if they use swords on it, I think it's fine because I still have Lurrus. So let's hit for 4. Let's go for 4. I don't think this is a winning line, by the way, but I'm gonna give it my best shot. Demonic Tutor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would have to hit a land to be able to go Demonic PO. Wish I had a Yogwell. Holy hell. Yogwell would be pretty sick here. Oh, I think the Esper Lurrus deck is fine. I don't really know what it's just a deck. It's so weak that I board forces out against it. I should have I had initially had 2 Flusterstorms in this list. I kinda wish I had kept 2 Flusterstorms. They jumped it, okay. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Well, they get the Monarch, which I can't say is a good thing for me. Maybe I should have thought about playing Lantern and hitting the pedal. Feels a little greedy. Because I think I need as many knights as I can get. Like, I think Dredge is good against the Lurrus deck. Oh, I mean, that's bad for you, agreed. Yeah. I mean, it's certainly it's certainly possible that I should have done that. I don't know. I feel like I would have had, I feel like I need as many knights as I can get, though. Like, I really regret not having 4 knights. So going down to 2 knights makes me question things. I drew a PO naturally. I naturally drew a PO. It's pretty sick here. I think I start by attacking. I need to attack with all of them to make sure I get the Monarch. I don't think I die in the swing back, so let's see what they do. Let's see if they use the swords or something. They are going to use the swords. Sweet. All right, they have to have drawn force. I mean, I could go demonic. I could go demonic time walk. Puts them to 4. I think that's not that good. I think I'd rather just do this. Nice. Saga time walk? No, I don't have enough. Saga doesn't make blue mana, of course. Of course, of course, of course. I can get the pedal though. Is there something here that I can demonic for that's actually good though? I can't really play spells that cost colors of mana though. Like I have to take this hit. It's probably just another PO, right? I guess I can't demonic this turn if I want to play Wobble, but that might be fine. Do I actually want to, or do I want to hold up Mental Misstep? I guess I can technically still hold up Mental Misstep if I really need to. Because I have a Mana Vault crack. And we just go into our next turn with a Bauble and a Demonic Tutor. I think we have like Demonic Time Walk is probably our best line with Saga tokens here. And some knights. If I had a 3rd knight, I'd be so much happier. Oh man, it's gonna bite me. It's okay, I have to focus up. This game would be pretty easy without a extra like they got 8. All right, they have a bunch of unknowns now though, because they've been drawing with the Monarch. But we have a lot going on. We have Soul Guide Lantern to stop them from ever really being able to dig. We got rid of the Lotus Petal. Next turn we have quite a few things. I think I like Demonic Time Walk, make a construct. Could be very close to lethal, if not just straight up lethal. Yep. Draw a million cards, gain a million life. Kind of almost looks like a land might be a good draw for me, so I can have Fluster as well. Might lock it up. I'll have to see what happens here. There's a lot of bad things I can have in here, like Time Walk. I might have to crack this Lantern too if they discard too many cards. Yeah, I mean, I can't do much about No Rod no matter what, so. It's not like I have a black land to cast Demonic Tutor for Portable Hole, so. If I had forces in my deck, I could technically. I mean, I probably still would crack both of these no matter what if they no rotted me, but I don't have forces in my deck, so. We're doing a lot of pausing. I guess maybe thinking about trying to pitch some cards to do extra damage, but. Wobble. Pretty sure I'm supposed to hit this yard so that they can't wait and dig through time. All right, in the damage step, I'm definitely gonna crack this Lantern. Oh. They've given up on dig. Pitching Bobble now is kind of interesting because you could have pitched Bobble before and like tried to play it back with Lurrus and like made me crack my Lantern. I feel like that's a lot of cards. They have one card left. They're just hoping they hit dig. Oh, they have a bobble. That's right. There's a bobble, so they can't bobble. You are correct, of course. I gotta stop Treasure Cruise, so I'm just gonna hit that. They have Time Walk. They have Time Walk. Ancestral. Oh, I should have cracked and mental misstepped it. I'm so bad at this game, chat. I forgot I had that option. I think I just lost the game because of it. That's pretty sad. My bad. I don't know. Oh, I drew Portable. Never mind. I'm too good at this game. I'm not at my best at the moment here. I might still lose. They might have a counterspell for my Portable Hole. But I certainly did not do myself any favors there. I needed to crack my thingy so that I could play Mental Misstep on the Ancestral, but I just didn't. No, they have a. What do they have? Oh, maybe they had Mental Misstep. I actually don't know if I have enough damage anymore, though. I have Demonic. I only have. Like, I have Demonic Time Walk, but I don't actually have enough damage, right? Because I use my Mana Vault. I mean, I have to try, right? I played this game extremely poorly, and I deserve to lose for it, but we'll see if it actually ends up that way. Because I died to this frog. I get another draw. No, I just like time walking. I played so badly. Sag. You deal 3 more damage. If I had another knight, I would win. Snapcaster? Repeal. That's certainly interesting, isn't it? Go to 4. Draw Ruby. Can I make a construct? I guess I can make a construct. Bounce this frog right now. Bouncing Lurrus is not as good as bouncing the frog that is 100% to kill me. What can I get? Key. I can just get Lotus. No, I can't get Lotus. But if I like don't buy, instead of making a construct, I can buy Lurrus, play Lotus, repeal the frog. Is that better? Is it better to do that? What else can I get off this saga? I could just get a key. I might be supposed to... What if I just bounce this frog now so I have an extra draw? And that way I can still... buy Lurrus, play Lurrus. Just get a construct and a key. I feel like there's a lot of good choices here. I play this game so poorly, man. Ugh. If I get a key, I can go untap, repeal. I have Flusterstorm. Key. Ruby. I want to do it now while they're tapped out, I think. How many things am I attacking with is another question here. Emerald. I feel like I hold this. Or I mean, it will show that I have a Flusterstorm if I don't buy a Lurrus here. If they hit with Lurrus, they go to 10. This is fine. I think I attack with one knight. Maybe not. Uh-oh. That's a lot of mana. Could cast that dig through time thing and got rid of it. This Flusterstorm's not very likely to do anything if my opponent drew Black Lotus here. Uh-oh. Lorien? Dig through time. I feel like I just tax them for 4 here. I don't feel like it gets that much better. Maybe I have to like, try to hit the Swords to Plowshares, but how many swords do they really leave in? They have to hit exactly swords, right? I guess they still have land drops. They have like time walk and stuff. Maybe I have to wait. Ay. Sorry, chat. It's always the first round, right? It always gets me. Drawing Portable Hole is the only thing that saved this game, right? Like, I would instantly lose to this Nullron. Well, they did draw the swords. But I left a guy back, so they can't take the Monarch this turn. And they can't play a frog because I taxed them. I probably was supposed to wait. I have my own Lurrus coming, theoretically. Jeez, it's a lot of lands. I think it's better. What does this even get me? I can go Lotus and then give the thing unblockable. But I could just attack with both the things. Attacking with both the things seems not great. Attacking with a thing also kind of seems not great. Lotus lets me play like a PO if I draw it, I guess. But maybe it's just a Lantern. Lantern doesn't actually do anything at this point unless they draw Bobble. I could just play a Vexing Bobble. I'm definitely attacking for 1. I'm gonna play a Vexing Bobble. They use their Lotus to dig to cruise. Maybe I should just play Mishra's Bobble then. Just draw the card. I still have all these swords that I can draw. I have to know their top card. It's a Wasteland. Okay. The swords would be a pretty sick draw here then. My 2 draw steps. Oh, I did not draw swords. I gotta make sure I untap this mana vault. I could have played this game better. Attack for life. Yep. And they have a frog and a saga construct. We've already used our time walk, but we have Snapcaster Mage still. Sure. All right, construct and frog. Untap. We should have a lot of payoffs coming up here, so. Seal of Cleansing. That's a hell of a card, too. How do I want to do this? I actually don't have a lot of blue mana, which is kind of funny. Maybe we just lead on Seal, hit the Saga, and then replay Saga. Am I going to lose a frog if I do something like that? I kind of want to like use my Lotus to play Lorien Reveal so I can still draw Tolarian Academy. But maybe that's asking for too much. If they have a Bowmaster, it's kind of bad to cast Lorien Revealed first. Let's go with Seal and see how they react to a Seal. All right, so now we've gotten Bowmaster off. So I think I want to go Lorien next. I can seal this construct maybe. Okay. Is that lethal? 1, 2. Yeah, so I can play a Bobble. Wow. Yeah, I did not deserve to win this game, but my deck is really strong. I got very lucky. This deck is so sick. Can't imagine not playing combo-oriented Lurrus. All right, on to round 2. We are only running into bangers here. We got the Winged Hussar round 2. I have a cat. He's usually not a cat gamer, but it looks like there might be a cat coming as well. All right, another cat gamer. I've got my classic double Mox Opal hand. If even a single one of these Mox Opals was a real Mox, this hand's probably keepable. But it's not keepable, sadly. I have to mulligan this one. This one's much better, so. This is Ryan. So let's put by Tundra, and we'll go with Basic Island, and we'll go see if which we want to draw the card or not. Then we'll go Ancestral on the upkeep with Force Backup. Right, Winged Hussar. We've played against in a lot of high-profile matches in the finals of a PTQ. He hasn't been playing as much Magic recently, but probably doing real-life stuff. Or maybe just not as much Vintage recently. Which is just smart. So yeah, I'm looking at like put back Tundra, Mishra's, see if I want the card. If I want the card. Yep, with 7. Mishra's top. Portable hole. Don't think so. Island. Pass. Draw for our mental misstep here. And then draw with Ancestral. Ugh. I'm gonna have to fight over this. Looks pretty bad for us, chat. Cameo. We are in not a good spot. Mental misstep is so strong against Ancestral. All right, 5 cards from the opponent. At least we didn't get turn 1 Tamiyo. Our deck does not really deal with turn 1 Tamiyo quite well. Probably just get bullied by it. Especially without the Caracas that's normally in our deck. Booble. Well, there's some good news. If we can like maybe put together a Lurrus. We have Lurrus Bobble. All right, Marsh Flats. Keeping the card from the top. Portable. I shuffled away you. Might be good later, actually, against like a frog. PO. Don't think we want PO. Can't imagine we want PO from this spot. Meticulous Archive. Once again, extracting value. Tundra. Lore Interview? Oh, Ancestral Recall. Yep, that's about right. That's the Winged Hussar. Prismatic Ending on my thing and Wasteland me? Jesus. Okay, sure. I don't think we have any chance of winning this game, chat. Our opponent has bested us in the arena of ideas. This is the kind of hand that makes Lurrus look real good. Oh, and Saga. What a guy. He's a beast. Yep, we're dead. Not remotely close. It's always a bad sign when you have to mulligan against Lurrus and then they hit you with the Ancestral. Of course, we cast Ancestral in this game as well. It just simply did not resolve. We do have an answer to a 1 construct with Portable Hole, and then maybe we could theoretically draw a Mana Crypt here. PO it back up to our hand or something. There are some options. Only 1 construct. Oh, no, 2 constructs. Yeah, did not tap that one the right way. Oh, we're floating 3 mana instead. I guess we're just going to go Lurrus then. Lotus, Lurrus, Bobble. Makes sense. Yep. Yep. Treasure Cruise? Be pretty sick. Should have Bobble loops still, so I'm probably going to give it one more draw step. Lotus. Frog? Oh, Bowmaster. Yeah, it's pretty good too. With the construct. Think about the construct. I guess even a Mana Crypt does not let me play this Portable Hole, so. Volcanic Island. Alright, I'm off it. Alright, same thing. Though I do like my opponent's deck a lot. It might end up being like the same deck as Frowning Table. Sometimes they might collaborate, but I like the idea of Tameo. I think all of those Esper decks should be playing Prismatic Ending already. A lot of time they aren't. So yeah. What was I took out Bobble, I took out Force, and I took out Spell Pierce and Vamp. Planes. Let's run this back. But yeah, I don't know. It's already gonna be tough if you mulligan at all against Lurrus, but then if you like, I mean, I forced a mental misstep. See if I can claw back from a hole here. Definitely don't want to go down a game against Lurrus. I don't really have much to add here for this matchup. It is what it is. I mean, it's nice that I have such a big sideboard, though. 8-card sideboard. It's pretty sweet. It just makes me more resilient to, like, frog starts basically. And then I have some answers for the null rod game plan is what they're presenting, and then extra things to make my artifacts better and also stop them from extracting too much value from Lurrus. It's certainly part of a problem. If you let them like loop too many baubles, it just becomes unattainable to come back. Here we want to like keep them from their draw engine, which is frog, and then present as many threats as possible while like trying to limit the number of cards that are dead draws. It's a tough 2 rounds facing Frowning Table into Ryan, but such is Magic Online. Magic Online is definitely the best place you can go to get high quality matches of Magic. I have a cat. Sure. Seems feasible. Get to cheat and look at their hand. For free? Imagine. All right. Probe is one of my least favorite Magic cards to exist in the world. When one player has perfect information in a force of will battle, it is quite unfun. It really ruins so much about what makes Magic enjoyable. It's really heinous. And that's just the look at the player part of it. Like it's also free goes to the art of fuels things. That's a whole nother part. But like simply like giving away perfect information is ugh. Ugh. Force, Marsh Flats, Time Walk, Strip Mine, Force Frog. Alright. Looks like we're gonna have to go and get a land right away here. I guess as long as this doesn't get forced. They could negate this. I don't think it's unreasonable to negate a top from this spot. Just gonna get another Tundra. Might want to brainstorm back this cleansing until it's more useful. Or maybe what we should have done is gotten a meticulous archive, and if we didn't get strip mine, we could brainstorm back the seal and then hit it with archive. Seems optimistic. I feel like my opponent's gonna strip mine me here. Unless they draw like mocks. We are certainly not doing a lot. This is like probably my favorite Lurrus card. I think underplayed still. I think Esper Lurrus should be on one of these, probably in the board, but you could even play it in the main. I don't know. These are 2 cards that I think Esper Lurrus decks should probably be adopting more. Marsh Flats. So we're not getting strip mined. That's nice. Why? They feel they're too far behind. You draw an Ancestral Recall. What's the reason? Draw Mox. Drew the Lotus Petal. So you're going to play a turn 1 Frog. Seems good. All right. So now they're going to counter my Prismatic Ending. Seems really bad for me. Don't really like Upkeep Spin here. Snap? Oh, Snap could theoretically get back this, but I'm going to get strip mined, so it's quite a problem. This looks not good for me. My opponent has drawn really, really strong cards. There's no really way for me to protect this because I don't even have a force in my deck, but I guess we should spin no matter what. PO key wobble. This might get them to... I mean, they'll probably just negate my key then later. Eight rounds of magic today. The problem is, I feel like my opponent's going to counter my ending. And then strip mine me. And then I'm just not really going to be able to come back because my opponent drew the Lotus Petal to play the turn 1 Frog. Like, if my opponent didn't have a Lotus Petal for Frog, I think we're cooking. But the fact that my opponent had the Lotus Petal for Frog playing it a turn earlier means everything is shit. Maybe I'll act like I have a force backup by drawing. I'm going to draw with this top. Maybe that just acts like I'm desperate. Maybe that's just acting like I'm desperate. Maybe I can bait a negation on this key. I don't know. I'm grasping at straws here, chat. Come on, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Negating. Oh, they exiled Force of Will at least. I still think I'm dead though, because now they have Time Walk plus Strip Mine plus Frog. So I don't know. That Lotus Petal draw has to be like one of the best draws in the whole deck. I mean, it's not Moxen. Moxen was obviously better, but Lotus Petal's a little messed up here. I guess this Lotus Petal's drawing like a million cards. You know, Strip Mine, Time Walk, Strip Mine my thing. It's bad. For anyone keeping track at home, it's bad. I mean, there was just like not much I could really do about this. I guess the Seal of Cleansing could technically have been Force of Will, and that would have been enough. Something to think about, but like playing a turn 1 Frog is highly unusual. Definitely not something that happens every time. So what we need to do here is push towards a PO and hope it resolves, I think. So we like play top. We do a top trick. Oh, sure. We actually have that covered, funny enough. That actually works out quite well for us. that was just happenstance to be quite good. I think I'm gonna play and use this bauble before they draw too many Bowmaster type cards. They're drawing Bowmaster for turn, so all right. I mean, we have outs in this game, but it's still looking really bad. If they don't have a land drop, they have to choose between Strip Mine and Bowmaster, which is something. Nope, never mind. They have a land drop. They don't have to do anything. They don't have to choose anything. I don't think I'm winning this game for what it's worth. I think we got pretty much thoroughly demolished by upper tier Lurrus draws. It's tough when the blue deck has either game 1 Ancestral with Force Misstep or this game with early Frog plus Force. All right, they're going to pass the turn, so they're going to hold open Bowmaster, I guess. Our best draw, I mean, maybe they have a negation that they're trying to hold up so they don't get time vaulted. I guess that could be theoretically true as well. I don't know if they give me too much leeway, though.
I have some options. I guess I can't theoretically play a Bobble because of Bowmaster, like a Bobble Lurrus loop. But I could still go for PO and just try to win through the Bowmaster. Dress down. Certainly interesting. I probably want to bait a Bowmaster and then go like end step dress down. Like something maybe I want to go top draw with top. I just like him so weak to the strip mine though. I can just untap my mana vault and go for a PO for 4. I just don't actually have any Moxen, so it's kind of highly unlikely that works. Is it better to like end of turn dress down, or is it better to blank a frog? I'm just gonna untap this and pass. I think they have Spell Pierce. I am quite weak to Twister here, which is kind of funny. I do have dress down though. I really don't want to get wastelanded is unfortunately part of the problem, but I feel like I'm going to get wastelanded. If they don't get wastelanded, then I go end step dress down, use a brainstorm, use a spin, untap, just try to resolve a PO. I feel like that's all we can do. But this, I mean, we're just so far behind from turn 1 of this game, unfortunately. I have to get a little lucky here. Actually, probably get a lot lucky here. I think the biggest problem is the strip mine. It's going to really constrain us. I mean, it's certainly part of the equation of getting lucky. But I think I really need to have 2 Fluster Storms, actually. If I'm going to try to make this PO, or make this, like, no forcible plan work, I feel like I might need to just have to have extra Flusters. And just, like, just, like, give a little credence to the fact that Jewel, or, like, just ignore Jewel a little bit and have double Fluster instead. If they have a second Null Rod, then I mean, I just die. Maybe it's a Treasure Cruise. I'm trying to figure out like what you would tank over pre-combat with a frog in play. Like normally Demonic Tutor. Okay, so you're gonna like either get a counter spell or you're going to get a Null Rod. Because you're using your strip mine. Maybe it's just second Null Rod. Oh, Black Lotus. For what? For Lurrus? Oh, so they had Twister. So they have Twister with Spell Pierce backup? I see. Oh, I'm actually okay against that. It's an interesting choice. Going for the win. No. It's just trying to be quiet. I mean, this isn't the worst thing that ever happened. My opponent went all in on this combo play. Might be okay for us. I feel like my opponent telegraphed pretty hard what they wanted to do here, and I'm pretty happy about it. All right, so I mean, I'm probably not beating a fresh 7 from them, but that's okay. I mean, those are pretty good. So what do I want to do with this? Do I want to just brainstorm? Yeah, I think we just want to cast brainstorm. Oh, we have a good chance to. Oh, we have a plan. Okay, that's the plan. I don't know how I'm ever beating 7 cards, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I kind of, oh god, kind of need a Flusterstorm. Lavinia would be pretty annoying from here too. I do have Repeal, but it's like, oh no, they drew Mox Land Time Walk. Oh no. All right, fair enough. All right, all right. All right, so now I definitely died to Lavinia. I guess I could theoretically find a swords. I don't know if like if their hand has no forces in it, right? Then I can just deploy my things, cast PO, and win. So they kept planes in. It's kind of interesting. Planes is a card I usually cut in this matchup. That's a lot of lands. Only 3 cards left in hand. Let's see what happens. I am at 6, so I probably have to bounce this. I guess I'm just going to die to the Bowmaster because I took too much damage from attacks. I guess that's kind of sad. I guess I have to kill the Bowmaster, really. So I have to fetch. I don't know. I didn't realize I took so much damage, but I guess they time walked a million times in this game, so. Yeah, repeal doesn't actually do it. It's gonna have to be a dig for a removal spell, I guess. Might even need like 2 removal spells or something. I don't know. We need a lot here to go right. How many cards are in my yard? 5. Gross. Yeah. I don't think that matters too much, like playing into that way. We do find the balance. They have to have another counter spell. I have 6 mana. I guess they can just cast their last spell and we'll have nothing after. It's fine. I want to be able to PO after. If they like cast a spell, then we can consider doing something like that. I guess we have Manifold Key, so we could. And they have 1 card in hand, so I guess if their last card is really good, this is bad, but if it's a Bowmaster, yeah, I'm just gonna die to it. It's fine. Okay. Balance is just sick, man. Balance is the truth. Trying to like bait a misstep or something. I feel like they have a misstep. Thanks. I mean, it still worked out for them, but I have a Lurrus still. Oh, I think I'm gonna win this game then. I guess opponent could find some Bowmaster stuff, but what they draw? They drew a frog, that's fine. I can't believe we won this game. I guess these all kind of do the same thing. Yeah. We won that game. I think my opponent went all in on a twister that they didn't need to go all in on. I think the lesson to be learned from that game, if you are watching this, is that when you have this stable, strong board position, you don't need to go for twister. You can DT there for a null rod. You can DT for a force of will. You can DT for a time walk or something. Like there are other options besides going all in on a twister. Now, like it's likely they had the twister in their hand. I think from their spot, if they had simply DT'd for a force of will to go with their twister, you would just simply win the game based on the current board. But because my opponent, thought there might be, I think they maybe thought that I was never going to like be able to answer the twister, and they didn't think about, oh, what if he has a 1 of dress down? And so like got punished, right? Well, I don't think not playing the Twister is correct. I think the Twister is going to give you opportunities to win games you can't win, just like this balance gave me an opportunity to win a game that I could never really win. You need to play around Mind Break Trap in game 3 here. But I think it's important to like understand your board position and like what you can actually lose to. It's very likely that my opponent just didn't think that Twister had counterplay to it, where the dress down was incredible counterplay, and that's like part of the one of the upsides of my deck is that I have a bunch of one ofs that do very powerful, unique things, and so like you can get got right. So now we got to win game 3. Like I said, I don't think we were supposed to ever really win that game, but we did. So now we have a chance. And my opponent conceded to save time. He's only at like 7 minutes. I don't have that much time either, but it's been pretty back and forth game 2. Yeah, I mean, Ryan's very deliberate. 6 minutes, 40 seconds versus 13 and a half. I've got another balance hand, a bunch of lands. I'm going to keep this one. Oof, turn 1 jet. Brutal. We have another turn 1 frog. Second turn 1 frog. These hands have been really crazy. Brutal. Super crazy. Ah. It is what it is. Am I going to crack this? I think I'm going to hold this actually and go for basics and then a balance. Probably supposed to lead on planes actually. Yeah. Just balance them turn 1. That would be good. Let me know how I can do that. My hand is not particularly strong. It's definitely not very strong against Jet Tundra turn 1 frog on the plane. Jeez. My opponent has better Moxen than I do. Another frog. Oh, time walk. Yeah, that's certainly a way I get punished for this. And the strip mine for my basics. Sick. Sick. My Ryan's hands have been very, very good. So the fact that we're in game 3 at all is quite a blessing. What is this? Lorien revealed? I mean, if they don't draw force, this is really bad for them. But if they draw force, it's not great for me. So actually, I wish we had gotten planes, right? Because then this Tolarian Academy would be +2 mana. I guess I can play this a little bit slower, right? I could theoretically just repeal this. I don't really get very much from that, though. I mean, I'm going to make them have a force. Lorien? It's fine. It's not as good as it was when you had 4 sagas getting you lotuses. All right, got the force out of the hand. We're still in a really bad spot this game just because we were on the draw and my opponent had the broken start of turn 1 frog. Double Moxen. I don't have force in my deck. I cut force post board. So there's nothing to draw to. I could draw to the 1 Flusterstorm, but Yeah, that's certainly a problem. I don't know. I mean, my opponent has just drawn the single best hands you can draw in your deck, so I'm not too worked up about it. I feel like they have a hard cast negation, but when I have to cast my spells, I don't really have a choice. I'm just like super far behind. My opponent resolved Lore and revealed. They time walked. They had double mocks, and it's tough. It's a tough game to win. Kind of have to hope. I kind of needed them to not have drawn force off of their Lorien, but I'm just trying to pressure their counter spells so I can theoretically PO out of this somehow. It's going to be quite challenging. Mm-hmm. Oh, I like my deck. My deck's great. Um. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if it's better than that. I mean, they just drew so much stuff this game, unfortunately. I don't feel like brainstorming helps me here, though. But I also want to resolve it before. Like, they clearly don't have a Bowmaster, so it seems like it's just the time to resolve it for +1. If they want a Mind Break Trap, that's fine too. Yeah, that's okay. I'm super okay. I feel like that Mind Break Trap is like a huge waste, so I'm pretty happy about that. I don't think he would do that if he had more time on his clock. All I'm looking for here is my opponent to like play another Frog. I draw Mox, PO for 3, see what we can get from it. Take through time. How much mana do I have? 5. I wish I could dig and still. I guess I can still theoretically have 4. Oh, I mean, they drew a million cards this game. They had turn 1 Frog again. And we didn't have any of our 7 removal spells. It was Saga Bobble. They have a Bowmaster now? That's crazy. I don't know. I'm not, like I said, I think they drew top 1% draws. It's tough to win. The fact that we even got a game 3 is pretty surprising. Demonic? Yeah. No. Are they gonna hit the Saga? All right. I kind of need to draw Portable Hole. Yeah, those are not going to do it. Yeah, I mean, I'm 21 cards deep and I've seen 0 removal spells. So like, what am I gonna do? Just gonna die. They kept in so many swords versus me. That's crazy. I have 0 targets besides Lurrus. All right, whatever, man. It's pretty sad to lose this game, but it is what it is. All right, here we go. Round 3, Vintage Super Qualifier up against probably Oops all spells. I have a cat. I guess I have a dress down. That's technically good enough, I guess. If I'm on the play, this dress down is technically good enough to beat Oops all spells. Yeah, the Oops all spells is typically one of the worst decks in Vintage, but it is a powerful threat, and it requires you to have turn 1, turn 0 interaction. And I also have this free Manifold Key I get to play here. If I get Mental Misstep, it's quite bad for me, actually, but I don't think they would do that. If my opponent goes for it, I get to let it happen, right? And then dress down. It's pretty sick. Might just win the game with a dress down. So, like, I let this happen, right? And then I do it later. Because if they have a counter spell, I'd rather like let them mill over their library, make it so the dress down. There's no reason not to just do it now, right? Doesn't look like they have forces in their deck at all, so. They have force? What? Oh, they're different colors. I see. All right, well, they had turn 1 with force backup, and we only had 1 piece of interaction. Damn. Well, sometimes you have it. That's crazy. All right, game 2. Containment Priest, Steel, Trap, Negation, Lantern, Needle, maybe? I don't really like Portable Hole. Pierce, Fluster, Dress Down. Repeal's probably not necessary. I feel like 4th is overkill. Yeah, they can have Belcher, but all kinds of stuff. We have like infinite things here, so I'm not really worried. I did lose a on-camera game on the last video to Oops, where they beat me down with Griefs, but my deck's a little bit more powerful than the one I was doing before. Yeah, if you want to play creatures, I'm fine with that. Do your thing. I'll just win with combo. I've been playing Snapcaster in Vintage for 7, 8 years. So people have talked about how Snapcaster isn't very good anymore, but Snapcaster's always been amazing in PO. Super strong card. Single Saga is like one of the worst deck building things I've ever seen. It's very funny. All right, on the play again. Like I said, I would never mulligan my hand that had turn 1 interaction versus them. Force Lantern. This is a hand that doesn't do very much, but probably still just supposed to keep it. Mull this versus unknown. Well, I mean, it's like kind of a weird question, right? Because like we're sideboarded. Like, yeah, hand's not very good. I have a lot of dead cards in my hand. Thinking about playing Mind Break Trap. They are. Vampiric Tutor. All right, I'm gonna brainstorm lock myself, chat. Safe. What would I even vamp for here? Like Ancestral or something? Is that really good? I kind of want to just put these two away. Just build out my PO. Yeah, if they have like Belcher force backup, I die. Pass. Sure. Mana's nice. Moxen, sweet. Just gonna go to their end step. No, it's just not a May. I just have to do it. Mana Crypt. Sounds like they're going for it. Char Belcher. What's the order that I want to do this in? PO first. Does that make the most sense? Because I can draw other blue cards. I guess I could always go like Dark Ritual will kill me with a thing if I bounce all of this back to my... Okay, sure. Sure. Maybe I should have left one lantern in play. Feel good about my state of being here. I probably just want to... I guess Force doesn't actually do a whole lot here. So maybe I just get an Ancestral. Yeah, I can just get another Force. Sure. Lion's Eye Diamond. Pass. I think I'd rather hold a mana than get an extra card here, so I'm just gonna PO for 3. So I'll just go to discard. It's only game 2, unfortunately. Three-one Bogart Trawler. Yeah, buddy. Got me. Whatever am I going to do about your creature pivot plan? I guess I'll draw 3. I have a lot of cards in hand, chat. This person just always plays oops. That's all they do. Little Magic Online lag happening. Your move, opponent. It's okay. Get the long game going. Are they holding up another Fell the Profane or something? Boop. Got a couple magic cards over here. I don't know. What is the safest path to victory in this game? I don't really want to show them like all of my stuff. Well, I mean, I want a Vault Key, but I also don't want to like... what I don't want to show them is all this hate. I can just go Vault Key, it's fine. I have enough counter magic, right? It should just resolve. Sure. Okay. Yeah, that's about how this matchup goes. I guess I need the Steel Sabotage in my deck. That was a mistake. They just... If they don't have the turn 1 kill, they just kind of flounder and die. I have so much counter magic. Let's take out a Lorien reveal, maybe. Is this Vexing Bobble actually good? Doesn't seem good. I could play Prismatic Ending too. At least a little versatile, maybe. I wonder if I am supposed to play 4th as just X is equal to 1, attacking for 2. Drawing an extra card every turn. Like, what card is this better than, though? Doesn't really feel like it's better than any of these other cards. Maybe Lorien revealed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 18, 19, 24. It's fine. Having extra blue cards is really good because I can always have my forces on. Want balance? I don't ever want balance in this matchup. That sounds contrary to what we're trying to do here. All right. Cat. Yep. That's a hand. Well, is it enough is the question. I love a good compare hands battle. This is not the best hand, but it is what it is. We probably end up pitching Misstep unless they play a 1-drop or something. That way we can have a backup negation if we draw their blue card. And we just attack their mana base a little bit with Seal and Prismatic Ending. Not really happy about this hand, but I think it's fine. I want to get the lights going. Ugh. They're deep in the tank. Deep in the oops all tank. Yeah, I mean, you can theoretically make that assumption based on if you know my understanding of the matchup. All right, they mulled a 6. I keep my 7. Well, they don't get to know my 7. They don't know I'm keeping 7. They're on the play. Now they know I'm keeping 7. Yeah, I mean, playing oops all spells is primarily mulliganing and sideboarding, and then somewhat about sequencing. But those are your major decision points in your matchups. So so it's okay. We gotta build out the buffer on this match here. What were the first 2 rounds? We played against Lurrus Control, and we played against Lurrus Control. All right, my opponent has kept a 6-card hand. Will we die? Survey says. They did play around Mindbreak Trap pretty heavily last game. See if they do that this time. Mox resolves. 1 mana? Seems good for me. Is that it? Can I seal it? Mox Jet. Okay. Dark Ritual? I have to negate this, right? Because I don't know if the thing after it is a creature or not. Or if there even is a thing after it. So am I supposed to take out the blue mana or this black mana here? I guess we can find out. Wee, probe. What was your last card? Was I baited? No. Had a spy. This is kind of scary. This is kind of scary. If he draws the right mana card, I could just die. If it just draws a +2 mana spell, I die. I guess it's fine. I can just wait till I have more mana, because if it's a counter Charbelcher, I can kill it. So I think it's fine to just wait. Lorien revealed. I think I want double Tundra. 1 more waiting. Yep. This is a bad spot to be in. So I could theoretically prismatic ending this, but then I am again exposing myself. So I think I just need to play Steel and hit the blue source. No, I don't think they have Memories Journey at all. No. Just dress down in response if they go for it. They saw dress down in game 1 though, so I'm sure they're thinking about I could have dress down here. Can they beat it? I don't know. Doesn't look like it. Drew a blue source. Oh, come on, man. All right, it's fine. I just have to dress down now. I'm gonna lose this game, man. Oh, that's fine. It's okay. I have an ending for this, and they just have to miss. Oh man, I'm gonna lose this game. I'm gonna ending this, then they're gonna hit a mana source and play Spy and kill me. I don't. If I played Oops, I would have drawn like mana source, mana source, mana source, mana source, and died. They named Consign to Memory. Interesting. Are they gonna sack this Cabal Therapy to like hit the PO or something? No, doesn't make sense. I mean, we know what's going on. Lantern is our best draw for sure. I guess Force is our best draw as well. Like Force of Will would be a really good draw. All right, what do I got? Spell Pierce. That's not actually good enough, I don't think, with therapies, depending on how they boarded. Well, they'll just die on their up in the draw step if they activate now. All right, if they hit a mana source, that's not a any mana source gets us here. I guess they hit Dark Ritual. All right, I guess that technically works. Don't lull me. My opponent hit me with the lull in chat. All right, here we go. PO for 2. White mana, black mana. It's gonna have to be white mana. Gives me Containment Priest. But this gives me Demonic Tutor. 50-50. Oh, I can still lose this game, man. Oh, I guess Ancestral kills my opponent, so they can't combo, right? So that's pretty good here. So I don't even have to get a counterspell or anything. I can just get an Ancestral. And then at the end of their turn, I can go Ancestral on myself here. And then I can, I don't know. Is it worth it to hold this Ancestral? Probably not, right? Now I can just hold it. Yeah, I can just hold it. These are a lot of manas. Glad I didn't go for like Ancestral and PO. Yeah, then I can just Ancestral myself though, right? Like, I still don't really have a spot here. Maybe just Dress Down is enough. I mean, they can have Mental Misstep, right? They can have Spy, Mental Misstep. They have it? Or are they just playing a 2/3 flyer? Okay, they're just playing a 2/3 flyer. Oh, they're gonna get my Lurrus with the therapy flashback. Shit. I didn't really consider that. I guess I just let them do it though, right? Oh, I could always hit counter magic. Let's just draw. They're not gonna take Ancestral. They're gonna take my Lurrus. Lurrus represents a win. No! All right, I hit Vault Key though, right? So it's fine. I have enough mana, right? 1, 2, 1, 2. Yes, and you can end of turn. We can keep Dress Down and play for the whole game. My opponent did not target me with Spy, because if they targeted them with Spy, they would have pushed over their whole library and we would have Ancestral targeting them. They would draw out and lose. So they played the Spy as a creature, and then they used the Spy to get the Lurrus, because if they left the Lurrus in hand, the Lurrus gets to play an end step Dress Down every turn, and my opponent can never win with creatures. And then I draw a card every turn. So that's pretty fun. All right, here we go. Round 4. I have a cat. My opponent also has a cat. Cat v cat action. This hand is not very good. This hand is... I mean, can I mulligan? I mean, maybe I can mulligan. I feel like I have to mulligan. Like, isn't this hand horrible? Like, against combo Lurrus, it's really bad. Against control Lurrus, it's still pretty bad. I do have the swords, but I gotta mulligan this hand. This hand is just not doing it for me. I clicked the mulligan button. I'm gonna give it a second so it doesn't click twice. The thing is, like, I feel like mulliganing against Lurrus control is just so bad. This hand's pretty shit too, but what am I gonna do about it? Bottom this dress down. Oh man, if they're like Lurrus combo, then I guess I'd rather bottom the swords. Mishra's bottom. They targeted themselves. These hands have been real bad. Ah, the Meticulous Archive. All right, we're combo mirroring. Who shall be the luckiest monkey? Well, I'm going to play a Vexing Bauble, as I currently do not have artifacts, and they currently do not have artifacts. That being said, not much is happening at the moment. I would put aluminum foil down, yeah. Mana Vault. Okay. And a land. Pass. Land. I drew a Mox. All right, well, I'm going to crack my Vexing Bubble. Yeah, probably. How many? It's like 10, 12? Yeah, probably then. That's fine. We're splitting it, so. This looks bad, champ. Don't really have high hopes at this point. Like, my opponent can simply buy a Lurrus, play a Lurrus, start looping a bauble against me. I had to crack my bauble because I had drawn the Mana Crypt, but 199 players. I guess I can theoretically negate a bauble, but it's not the strongest use of Magic the Gathering cards. Though if I get like an opal or a sapphire or even just a land, blue land, we do start to like do things with like Merchant Scroll Ancestral, Snapcaster Ancestral. I just need time, and I'm worried I don't have time, you know? Uh-oh. PO mirrors, man. Not PO mirrors. Anything but PO mirrors. Oh no! Fourth Airlingas? Uh-oh. I hope they don't have force backup. No! Force backup! I mean, we can draw Time Vault and win. They only have one card left. Maybe. Things are bad. Things are bad. I don't really know if I have a single draw that gets me out of this game, but let's find one. All right, that's start. That's a start. think I'd rather just hit like Lotus Time Vault, right? So I might as well just go Merchant Ancestral and not untap with my key. Even then, I'm at 4 life, but like at least it's a play out here. Nope. Sag. All right, I've been 4th Air Lingazed. I don't know. Our hand was just like not good, right? We mulliganed and our hand was still not very good. What is that? We didn't. The pot was not dry.
Or the stovetop.
It's concerning that this doesn't concern you. No, I know, I get it. I mean, 4th Air Lingus is just Tendrils of Agony. Oh, you think I cleaned it and then didn't rinse it well? I did rinse it, but maybe I didn't rinse it well. That's possible. That is possible. Are you gonna move it?
I'm gonna move it to the back, and then I'm gonna wait for the front to cool, and then I'm gonna wash it.
Fair enough.
However, the back one is going to make some crackly sounds now because it's wet.
Can't win them all.
That's dry.
I'm trying to get enough counter magic and things to disrupt my opponent's game plan in here. Taking out things like Island that are not necessary, and then I guess Portable Hole is kind of garbage. Yeah, it hits Vault Key. Is that worth it though? Probably not. These are better spells for that. I think 4th Air Language is a super cool card, and I'm glad it exists, so. Also, I'm playing it. Like I said, it's just better Tendrils of Agony. And it also has alternative modes, like cast for 3 mana to get a draw card every turn. Very fun. I'm not really sure I could have done anything crazy different in that game besides maybe mulligan again and try to find an even better hand. Yeah, more better hand. That's the one. More powerful hand. But mulliganing with this deck is not very good because you need a quantity of cards, not typically a quality of cards. Like, you do need quality, but like, you do want Moxen, right? But okay, this is acceptable. This is just 1 mana away from actually doing good things in life. I guess I can go for a Meticulous Archive here, right? It's kind of sweet. Mox. Black Lotus. Does that count? I guess it does count. Because I can go buy Lurrus, play Lurrus. And I have Mishra's Bauble loops. It's pretty good. Doesn't count towards the PO the plan, but it does give us a plan. MTGO is currently frozen, but it has been happening a little bit more often recently, but it's not enough that it's like super disruptive. So I'm thinking resolve a Lotus and then buy a cat. Wonder if they have like Flusterstorm backup. That'd be kind of bad for me. Buy a cat. I doubt they have a removal spell, so I don't want to crack this bauble unless I get the cat for sure, because I don't want to lose Mox Metalcraft. They have Force. I mean, I'm willing to force back. Like, this is a genuinely strong line here. They're probably not likely to have a lot of counter. They do have the spell pierce. It looked like they had a spell pierce. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, very clearly representing spell pierce, but am I supposed to just like let it go? Like, I still have to beat through a spell pierce anyways. Ancestral? I am not drawing well enough to win this tournament, I think.
Skill issue.
Skill issue. Agreed. I could use a couple more ancestrals in my hands. You got to be relatively lucky to win a tournament, and I don't think I'm drawing at the rate I need to. Like, yeah, I mean, second PO versus spell pierce. That's kind of similar. It just takes more turns. I do need to like actively draw a mana source here. That's not an opal. I mean, an opal I guess technically works, but looks pretty bad considering my opponent has resolved an ancestral in this game and I have not resolved an ancestral this game. Portable hole. That's pretty bad for me too. Portable hole is definitely good at turning off opal. Do I want to crack my bauble? Yeah, I guess I do. I mean, I don't have to do that now. Pyroblast. Oh, God. Yeah, it might be really bad in this mirror. I forgot that Tomash is a savage who runs like 3 Pyroblast and is not very many, holy shit. Not very many red source deck. I'm dead. I'm just super dead. My opponent has just destroyed me here. I have like no comeback from this spot. Like, I can't resolve a PO. I've already used my Lurrus. I have dead card. It's just, it's brutal because we're just lost on turn 3. But the game is not over yet. They're gonna cast 4th Airlingas? With Pyroblast backup? So sick. Yeah, I can't imagine that my deck is particularly good in this matchup where my opponent is more of a, I mean, super geared for the mirror, right? I think my deck is probably better against mono white. Is kind of the reason why I built my deck the way I did. I definitely did not build my deck with the mirror in mind. It's pretty hard for me to build this version of the deck in a way that's going to be a triple Pyroblast version of the deck, so. But yeah, I'm dead. Brutal. And we're dead for top 8. For 4 rounds. We're going to play more Magic, though. All right, here we go. Round 5 out of 8. I have a cat. His hand does not look very good against Dredge. I don't even have a strip mine. I cut the strip mine from my deck. So I need a combo hand. It's not a very good combo hand. I mean, if they don't end up on Dredge, it do look silly, but this hand's not even that good anyway, so. Jeez. This hand is awful. All right, I guess I'll mulligan again. What is happening? All right, I like this tournament has just not been it, man. Where are the ancestral recalls? There it is. Found an ancestral recall. Bottom, and our first hand wasn't good though. I mean, this is our best hand by far. Like, this hand is better than our 7. I wish I could keep one more of spell though. All right. So be it. If they're not on Dredge, I'm going to feel so silly, but no, they're on Dredge. My opponent just gets to keep 7-card Dredge hands. Okay, seems reasonable. Imp Icarid, no grief. Balance, fantastic. I feel like I have to play Saga out. Sad. This looks bad. Narcomoeba, prized amalgam, Narcomoeba, Mindbray Trap in the main. 2 Narcomoebas, 2 Icarids, prized amalgam. You did make this happen. This is your fault. 199 players playing Vintage Magic the Gathering on MTGO. You love to see it. Golgari Grave Troll. Uh-oh. Oh, there were a couple others streaming, but they all died, I heard. Portable Hole. These are not very good draws. Reconsidering countering my mock strat. I can get a Lotus and balance. Like maybe it'll work. I don't think so. Probably die this turn, right? 9, 12, 14. They just have to hit 1 Creeping Chill and we die. That's pretty good. Must be nice. Well, they didn't hit it yet, so I have to wait. Dredge, 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 dredge. Chill? Double chill. I die. All right. That's sad. All right. Post board against Dredge. We lost game 1. It happens. We've got Needles. We've got Lanterns. We don't have a Tabernacle. I did cut the Tabernacle. We have Containment Priest. We have Seal of Cleansing. And then don't really like Portable Hole. I don't really like Balance, actually, in this matchup. I don't like Dress Down. Negation is terrible. Repeal is usually pretty bad. So we can bring in other swords. Fourth Lingus is probably not very good, but I want to keep Vexing Bauble. We probably cut this island too. Legacy is in shambles for you. Is my video on Eternal Weekend pre-E24 still up to date, or would you add, subtract anything? No, I think the format's basically the same. Don't think anything really changed from Eternal Weekends. Unless I'm missing something. Like there's a little bit more Lurrus combo now than in the very beginning, but yeah. I highly recommend Vintage. What decks do you play in Legacy? I can give you a recommendation. Are you a Delver gamer? Ancient Tomb gamer? Want you, I need you, oh God. All right. Cat on the play versus Dredge. Survey says, ooh, that is certainly a hand of Magic the Gathering cards. It's probably a keep, though. Just got control and stuff. Yeah, I would say I would just start with Lurrus then. Pretty easy. They kept 7 again? Doesn't this feel illegal, chap? Shouldn't Dredge have to mulligan? Like, minimum? Oh, I guess I just played into Mindbreak Trap, didn't I? I was trying to, like, play in a way where I would, like, bait some Mental Misstep, but I didn't really need to bait Mental Misstep. So instead, I just played straight into Mindbreak Trap. Like an idiot. Also, I got rid of my Bauble, and my Lantern's going to take my Bauble away. I did not play this very well. Oh, well. It's okay. They had a negation anyways. I wanted to keep this land, because I do need lands, but... I think we're dead, if I had to guess. Unless we find, like, a Containment Priest on our spin. I have a feeling things are bad for us. This does sometimes happen when I am dead for top 8. I start disassociating talking to chat about nonsense. Nonsense. No Dredger in my opponent's yard. They did have green card Vigor. Sounds like they have more interaction than classic 7-card hands. Draw. Underground Sea. All right, I am willing to spin my Sensei's top and see what we got. Time Walk, fetch land, fetch land. It doesn't seem very good. I don't think any of these cards are very good. So just fetch them away. Doesn't make my brainstorm worse, though. I'm gonna try to get this Time Vault in play. I guess if it gets Vigored, it's bad. Or if it gets negated, it's bad, but... Alright, upkeep, activate. Up to 5, down. No, they just hit all Creeping Chills. That's kind of nice. 3 cards in my opponent's hand. They do have a attacker, and I do have a Mana Crypt. Alright, well, let's lose a flip. I drew a key. That seems pretty good. I need to find a force, though. Maybe. I mean, I think they have another piece of interaction, so I really want to find a force. I found a swords, which kind of sounds like a good bait spell. Oh, it didn't work. Should I just go for it then? Let's go for it then. You got a Vigor? Second Vigor? No? Oh, we're playing out the Mana Crypt flips? Like a boss? I don't think that usually works, right? Because I have a Lurrus. Lurrus is pretty good with Time Vault. I reversed his Mana Crypt. Like, I just actually can't lose because I have enough mana, right? So. And maybe they have a counterspell for Lurrus, but that wouldn't make very much sense, right? All right. Well, now I cannot lose, so. You may concede. Oh. Yeah, okay. Now I just need to find a PO. I'll just brainstorm just in case. Oh, never mind. Wrecked. Sorry. Sorry. It's like a force, but it doesn't stop infinite turns. All right, do I want to readjust here? Is Fourth Airlingus better than a Swords of Plowshares? That's a question I have. Justin. Yeah. Carl time. Play a game. How many Carls can you make before I rage crit my tournament? None. None? None? I have a little more staying power than that. Oh, this hand sucks.
Rage quit.
No, I'm not rage quitting. I am playing out this tournament for fun, for experience. There's a mock season coming up. I need to find my deck. Mulligan. They kept 7? Chat, is this not illegal? It feels like that should be illegal. Should they be allowed to keep 7? Like, I think I need to get rid of this bauble so that I can force pitch force and have PO follow up at some point here. How are we just gonna keep 7-card Bazaar hands 3 times?
Who started?
Yeah, 1 Dredger, 1 Icarid, 1 Amalgam. That's pretty good. All right, chat. Which one are you hitting? You hitting the Shambling Shell? I mean, I guess it has to resolve first, but
Done.
you don't put a car on me and tell me it's done. You gotta make a car. Mental misstep. I don't think 1 lantern's good enough, but yo, chat. You want to hit the Dredger, right? Hit the Dredger. I'll pop it out for everybody. Or do you want to hit this Icarid? I feel like we should hit the Dredger. I don't want to hit my force of will. You want to hit the Icarid? Interesting. Why? You can still hit the Icarid later. My first instinct is the Dredger. I don't really... They can't if you hit the Shambling Shell. I'm pretty sure it's Shell. Also, like... Exactly. I agree. All right, let's see what this Bizarre activation has for us here. Up to 6, down to 3. Survey says... Icarid, Icarid. So they're going to eat an Icarid and bring in a Palace Amalgam. Isn't that good for us, though? I mean, I could just hit this yard and then they have nothing, nothing. We want them to dredge? Like, not really. Do I care about a single prize amalgam? I feel like I don't. I don't have any blue mana or black and white mana either, though, at the moment, so that's something. I mean, we could. We could add a prize amalgam here. That's definitely possible. They have a vigor on my upkeep, it looks like. It's kind of unfortunate. No, they don't. We might have to eat this. We might actually have to eat this Soul Guide Lantern and draw a card. Did y'all consider that? I don't think so. They put Golgari Thug, second Icarid. I feel like I should just crack here and get rid of the Thug. I mean, they're probably just bringing back an Icarid off an Icarid, dealing an extra 3. 3 cards in hand. If they dredge a Thug. Yeah, this seems fine. Because if they dredge the Thug, then they always have the Thug back in their hand. Maybe not. Second Bizarre. Yep. Every time. Swords. Oh, I should buy Lurrus. Crazy. I think I might lose this game. They didn't activate Bazaar. Did they miss it, or do they just want to hold their force in hand? I mean, Swords is technically a decent draw, but not with 2 Bizarres. I think they just missed it. Because they're activating on upkeep, so it sounds like they just missed it. I mean, if they had a force, they wouldn't have activated on upkeep. They would have activated end step too. No force. They pitched a force at will here, and they don't have a dredge. They're going to draw for turn. Okay, they definitely have a force then. They definitely have a force. A really good draw would be Black Lotus. I don't think I can counter that. Things are starting to get dicey.
Do you want more chai?
No. You have a Kickstarter. All right, found our land, but now we have 2 threats to deal with. We probably are looking at upkeep swords on the hollow one. I guess, yeah. It's just going to be upkeep swords on the hollow one. Well, now they're activating in my main? Oh, to try to return this amalgam? Well, now I'm just going to PO, right? They got rid of a force. Now we just PO. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They have Mind Break Trap as their last card. Yeah, it's Mind Break Trap as the last card, it looks like. Or a Noxious, I guess, theoretically. All right. Looking a little bad for us. They hit the Creeping Chill. What the heck? Where'd the Dredger come from? All right, whatever. They killed me. I died. Very fun. Very fun. Sag.
Oh shit.
Probably could have played that one better, though. Here we go. Round 6 of 8. We are now very dead, but we're going to do our best to learn and get better and draw Ancestral Recall. You know, the normal things. Get good? Yeah, getting good would be good as well. I'm not against getting good.
I don't want to be good.
You don't want to be good?
Bad.
Bad? Okay. All right. Keep. Do your worst, opponent. I don't want to force it, chat. Am I gonna die? I didn't force it. No, I immediately drew another Mox. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Time Vault Key? No, they're playing the slow game. The slow game. I mean, I could have forced it. I just didn't really want to force it. It's okay. I got Snapcaster Mage Beats They're gonna think that I'm on. I guess it's not gonna help me. I was gonna say they're gonna think that I'm on Lurrus, normal Lurrus. Maybe they'll crack the bubble now. Boom! We're free, chat. We're free. We've been freed. Classic bobble gaming. Classic bobble gaming. The One Ring resolves. Oh, PO for 3. I feel like I want that to resolve less. My PO for 3, on the other hand. Oh, yeah, we're off to the races. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Woo, 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 woo. Oh, shouldn't have gotten rid of your bobble.
I think I'm awake now.
I can be loud.
Sure can.
Pew, 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 pew. Wasn't close to close, chat. Was not close to close. Oh, no, no. We have deterministic from here, so no need. Whee! Let's go. Ding, 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 ding. Greatest PO. Sweet. Imagine cracking a vexing bubble. Could be me. All right, Mind Break Trap. So we're playing against Jewel. Mind Break Trap, Negation, Hercules, Sabotage, Seal of Cleansing, Prismatic Ending, so 1 Swords to Plowshares, and a Needle. Island, Repeal, Portable Hole, Balance, Flusterstorm, Bobble, and
In trouble.
no Toil and Trouble. I gotta pick another card. Maybe it's just 4th Aerlingus. I kind of want to play 4th Aerlingus here, though. Probe. Done. Submit. Run it back. Our deck we finally had a broken draw. It's been 6 rounds. We finally did the thing. Stay. I want you, I need you. Whoop. Okay. All right, I have a cat. Force. I have force. Is this hand worth keeping? Probably. Oh no, Carl. He's so small.
Yeah.
It's okay. You can have a mini Carl. So it's not all chickens eat the same. Hi, Carl. My opponent has mulligan to 5 cards, which definitely makes my hand better. All right, Mercer's Workshop. And Mox. And the ring? Ring-a-ding-ding? Illegal. Should I just ending this thing? Does that actually help in any way? Don't know, doing it. Maybe it stops them from playing another ring. Nope, never mind. Okay. Ring a ding ding number 2. Mana Vault. I don't think I'm countering Mana Vault because I can just counter the payoff. Is it a jewel? Or is it a Wormcoil engine? It's a jewel. All right. I've successfully countered both payoffs. Now I need to draw a blue mana source, particularly a sapphire or an opal, and then we go off. That's a merchant scroll. That is not what I needed. At least they can't draw a saga here. Oh, come on! There's no way, chat. There's no way! Well, they're less likely to. If I say it, it makes good content when it happens, though.
Yeah.
Blue.
That matters.
Fuck, I'm so... Can't believe they drew a saga there. I can't believe it. How could they do this to me? How could this happen to me? That was really bad for me. The saga rips. Ooh, lost the mana crypt flip. Still looking for our opal. No, game, help. My opponent rips on Urza Saga. Why can't I rip an island? Or an opal? Or a sapphire? You know? It's only fair. Alright, if they make another construct, I will Swords the first construct. Lost another flip. Sheesh. A lot of flip losing. Alright, whatever. Yeah, I'm not taking that bet. Sorry, chat. Bobble? Bobble seems like a good pick here. Maybe they need a top. Bobble? And a Metamorph? What a beast. We're going to actually lose this game because my opponent ripped the 1-up Saga. Like a boss. Ooh, I drew the Tolarian Academy. That is quite good. That is as close to the best. Don't really want a PO from here. Let's start with a Merchant for an Ancestral. Oh, I could get a Hurkyl's Recall. I feel like I want to get an Ancestral more, though. I'll get a Hurkyl's Recall. I'll just wait till next turn, so that way I can PO after. I'll take 10. It's fine. They lost another flip. They would have been at 3. Damn. I'm going to save them with this Hurkyl's Recall. We're not going to win. That's not how it works anymore. We're dead on board. Goodbye, construct tokens. You're so ephemeral. Did you draw force? Oh, they drew force. I can counter it, but then I can't PO. And they're not currently winning. And they could technically 50-50 die. Nah, I'm still supposed to just... Still supposed to Spell Pierce it. Just buy Lurrus instead. I do regret using this Mana Vault, though. That was a mistake. All right. They could have lost here. 50-50, they would have lost the game. I feel like we have a much higher chance of winning the game. We just untap and cast PO, though. They end up pitching to this. Sink into Stupor. Time Vault. Yeah, I guess we're casting that first. What did you draw another blue card force? Is that possible? That can't be possible, right? It could be possible. Love being the PO deck that can cast the PO card. Maybe. They're in the tank. Oh, force. Pitching Metamorph. Damn, all right. I guess holding Metamorph for Lurrus is pretty good too, though. Because they can recruit bobbles. Now they can copy Time Vault. Jewel? That'd be a banger. No. Do I want to untap my Mana Vault? Not particularly. Force. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I know they have Mana Crypt +1. Now it's Mana Crypt +2. Oh. Teddy bear. Does look fake. All right. Slowly dying. At some point, I could untap this theoretically, but wouldn't it be nice? What if I play this game badly? Uh-oh. Time Vault. Okay. We're on a knife's edge here. I guess I don't actually have anything to bring back with this Lurrus, so playing Lurrus is probably bad. I don't have a blue card for force, so I can't really use it to untap yet. Take a damage a couple more times. All right. So I can play Lurrus. I just don't know if that's what I want to do here. Probably just untap next turn. And I get a Meticulous Archive as well. All right. Classic Meticulous Archive coming in clutch. Let's see what he's got for us. What do you got for us, Meticulous Archive? Trigger? Mindbreak Trap. I guess I could just keep Mindbreak Trap and play Lurrus and hold up double counter. I guess it's fine. Not double counter, but like to counter over 2 turns. This lets me not untap my mana vault. How long can Justin hold off of untapping mana vault? I feel like my opponent's waiting for me to play a thing too, so that they can copy it. If they force this, I think it's fine. All right. Getting down to the end of this game here. I guess this is 1 attack for lethal. Kind of forgot about that. Metamorph? Metamorph. They go to 1. Boop. Got him. Yay, Jewel. I love playing against Jewel. Too much fun. All right, chat. On to round 7 of 8. We are 50-50 on the play. Willy Cat. Yeah, that's a keeper for sure. Classic Saga Gaming hand. No Lurrus reveal from the opponent is kind of bad. Oh, looks like my opponent is not interested in playing this round of Magic the Gathering. That is unfortunate. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, here we go. 8th and final round of our 199 player vintage super qualifier. I have a cat. My opponent has a cat. Let's battle. I keep. Let's do it. Land go. I'll let you down a secret, chat. I'm also going land go. Any resources? Yeah, there's a bunch of written resources inside of the Discord and the pins. Couple written guides. I have a lot of Doomsday content on my YouTube channel as well. Bryant Cook just played Doomsday at Eternal Weekend, so there's some content on his channel as well. Frog. I don't really like the idea of Frog here. We're fighting back? Huh. It's very aggressive. Black Lotus. Do I need a Black Lotus, though? I was thinking, like, Flooded Strand, Underground Sea, Time Walk, Demonic Tutor, Portable Hole. I was going to Demonic for a removal spell. I'm definitely not. Why do you always take the most, you always take the most risky line possible? Like, why would I want to play and lose to a wasteland? Huh? Yeah, I could do Lorien Reveal, draw cards as well. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep it. I don't know. There are a lot of divergences here. You can make a lot of different plays. I think I'm gonna go. Underground Sea, Time Walk, and then choose what I want to do on this next turn here. Balance is a little annoying because I took a Time Walk turn. Actually, I could just do this before I even play anything. I could just do balance. Let's just remove Frog. If they counter it, super fine too. And then I can still do a bunch of different Demonic Tutor things later. They kind of have to answer my Saga. Seems pretty good. I don't know. That seems like it worked out pretty well for me. Like, they have to have a Wasteland for this, and then I have multiple payoffs after. Though this one does run into Bowmaster a little bit. I kind of like my choice, but I do think there are a lot of other viable choices from that spot. Time Walk is like a really good example of why I wanted to make sure the Frog got removed. Because if the Frog didn't get removed, Time Walk there is like really bad for me. No Wasteland for Saga. It does kind of makes... Oh, okay. So they're going to go Lurrus, Lotus, Lurrus. That is not great for me. Yeah. I guess I still have a Swords in my deck if I want to remove it, but don't know if it's really what I want to be doing. Dig. Wow, I have so many choices in this game. How do I want to approach this? I'm going to go Demonic Swords and have the option to dig through time. I guess I could go for the Vault Key now. I still think my opponent has another piece of counter magic for some reason, though. Oh. Kind of don't want to get spell pierced. I think the game like falls apart really quickly if you don't remove this Lurrus with the Psychic Frog in the yard. I think I'm just gonna wait. I feel like running into possible spell pierce is just like unacceptable. I guess they only have one left in there. They could have up to 2 left in their deck. I don't know. I do think that this exact sequence of draws had probably thousands of different directions you could take total. And I think there was a lot of viable choices from that spot. I think there were like a lot of viable options. personally, I felt like with the way we played it out, we got to make sure that they're like the opponent. In my opinion, the opponent's deck completely falls apart if it doesn't hit with Frog because it has no draw engines in it. It just doesn't have like it has like a 2 delve spells and an ancestral, right? But like besides that, like it doesn't have ponders, it doesn't have preordains, it doesn't have anything. They just fuck. I mean, if you draw, you draw. And there's also like a lot of air in the deck too. Ah, this went so badly for me. It went like really badly for me. Like that was the it's just a horrible sequence for me. Oh, resolving is good, but guess I'm gonna take man, that could not have gone worse. I was gonna get a 0 that I can't cast through Lavinia. My opponent's hand is Swords Strip Mine. Oh, I guess my construct's dead. But they don't really have much going on. Probably fraud. It's funny. Strip Mine. Strip Mine my black source. I already used my black spell, right? So do they not? They don't want to swords the construct because they want to hit my Lurrus. So Lorien revealed. We want to keep making land drops here. Yeah. Is it the time to go repealing? I'm pretty worried about this game. Drawing land there was not exactly what we were looking for. I only have 2 more festivals left in my entire deck. I should have cracked first. I mean, like, cracking first is so hard because... Like, in case I drew 4th Airlingus. Drop Bowmaster. That'd be pretty good. PO. I mean, I'm just supposed to PO now for 1. They must have like a negation or something, right? Three mana, draw 1. Are they going to negate the Sapphire? Oh, they're going to consign. That's a main deck consign. Okay. Sure. Swords Lavinia +2 after this. It's going to be hard for me, actually. God, come on. What are all these lands? They might trade this Lavinia for this construct, actually. Seems like they might do that. What is this? Oh, they're going to swords it? Wow. Okay. I guess they're not worried about Lurrus. Maybe they drew another swords. Well, I mean, I just think that it's like a pretty low value target, all things considered. I mean, if they have force, it might work out for us, depending on how many spells we can cast. All right, I don't have any more fetchables, unfortunately. I want to make sure I don't draw that. Larian Academy. I mean, I can't actually beat force here because I don't have enough spells in my hand. Should I wait? Does waiting actually help me? Even if I get a second spell, it doesn't really help me. What am I buying back? Vexing Baubles? Try waiting a turn. I don't know. I've kind of drawn a lot of blanks. The way I approached this game didn't really work out because my opponent had the Treasure Cruise. I don't know if I'm going to get enough mana to be able to hard cast Force 2. It doesn't seem likely. Well, I'm color me wrong here. I should hold this, though, for like a storm count. I'm gonna wait one more turn on that one as well. I don't know, like the minute they draw a Bowmaster, though, don't things get really bad here? And my opponent has drawn a bunch of cards since the last time we saw their hand, so we have drawn a whole lot of nothing. We've been through half our deck. We are technically 9 cards deeper than our opponent. All right. Can I get some help? There we go. Help. All right. Mana Vault, and then Lurrus. You have Mental Misstep. No. Resolves. All right, I'll try a bobble. Second swords, I guess. Mental mist. So they did have mental mist up. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. I can't even get a value Flusterstorm because they didn't even have a force. They just had mental misstep swords of plowshares. All right. I guess so. Oh, I did not mean to click that because now I lost my mana there. Well, that didn't go very well. I was gonna float a red mana and then activate it, but did not actually do anything. I'm gonna untap this. Snapcaster Mage. That's exciting. Do I need to wait a turn on this so I have a force and fluster and stuff? It's Ambush Viper and Ancestral Recall. More PO. I think I wait a whole turn cycle, right? To get as much mana as possible. No! My red source. Yeah, I think I'm still waiting. Can't cast that. I don't think I'm resolving here though, unfortunately. I don't actually have that much mana. This seems really greedy, but I guess Ancestral's better than PO. Because I want to Ambush Viper this so I can cast spells again. No, they have a counter spell. All right, how much is this? 4? All right, so I will force your force. I have 5 lands exactly. Okay, negate my force. This is sick. So now I fluster this. And then I Ancestral at the end of all this. And I kill the Lavinia. Man, I love Snapcaster Mage in this deck. It's so sick. It's so sick. I guess I could have Spell Pierce at the end of all this, but it's not much I can do, really. Swords? Damn. Okay. I guess that means I am not getting the Lavinia off the table. That looks fine. Congrats on your Start, Andy. Press down. All right, opponent has one card in hand. I could dress down and try to like play my zeros if I wanted to. I can just play a top. I can cast Brainstorm and fetch away. Obviously, I have no lands to fetch. God, I have so many choices here as well. Kind of like going for a dress down and seeing where it leads us. Maybe that's greedy. But I want to like play out my 0 mana artifacts, getting mana. Yeah. I probably need to keep this opal unspun. Let's see if there's anything good on the top cards, and then we can get away if we need to. Hey, that card's pretty good. That might have not have been like optimal sequencing, but do I want to fetch these two cards away? I feel like I do. Maybe that's crazy. I'm gonna make red, white, blue, activate, PO. Do I want this dress down? Yeah, I can pick up this dress down. Oh, maybe not. I'll just leave the dress down. Sweet. 13 cards left. They're at 12. All right, they're dead. Ah, man, this deck is this hits the spot, chat. This hits the spot. It is just great vibes, feelings. Oh no, they don't have haste because I didn't pick up the dress down. I have to pick up the dress down real quick. Hold on. Oh, but then I can't cast it because of the Lavinia. Oh, I can just I can portable hold the Lavinia. 1 second, chat. I gotta make sure I don't mess this up. I need to pick up. I guess I could resolve it and then pick it up. Whatever. I'm just gonna pick up this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is fine. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful. It's so beautiful. I don't have to play all these out, but I'm doing it for the love of the game. For the love of the game. 14! Boom! We're having great fun here in the 4-3 bracket. Minus 16. Brilliant. This is just, it's just nice. It just feels good, man. All right, lanterns, planes, possibly needles, prismatic endings, seal of cleansings, and swords to plowshares. Forces, out. Spell Pierce, Vampiric Tutor, 1 Mishra's Bauble. What was the other card, chat? I can't remember. Maybe I didn't bring a needle in. Something like this. Yeah, I wish I had 2 Flusterstorms instead of a Spell Pierce, so I could keep a second Flusterstorm in. Ugh. Mm. All right, cat. Okay. I kind of miss Caracas, huh? All right, 7-card Lurrus hand versus many land Lurrus hand. First and foremost, please show me all your secrets. No? Illegal? All right. Keep your secrets. My bad. I definitely don't need that. Let's get this in play before Lavinia happens. Is this not allowed? Lorien revealed. Yeah, true. All right. Who's going to the fields? Frog is going to the fields. If I can draw like a Mox here, I could cast Lorien and Swords. Kind of want to hold this Lorien for a Swords or for okay. Does that let me do anything more? Not really. I guess if this Swords gets negated, am I in a bad spot? Not really. Not in a good spot though. Okay. Still have a Saga and an Academy in backup here. I've got Lurrus on the way with a Bobble in yard. And I have a Lorien revealed. Wasteland bait. Wasteland baited. I guess I'm not actually close to buying it. Oh yeah, I'm still pretty close to playing a Lurrus too. I gotta be very careful with like which things I use here as bait. Because I can't force anything through. So I cut those. Oh. Bowmaster. It's kind of good against what I'm trying to do here. It's a weird card here. I think I like Tolarian Academy, buy Lurrus, play Lurrus, bobble. I think I like that the most. I guess I can still have force at this point in the game. They haven't used any forces. They used force. I guess that puts me in a really bad spot. They pitched what to this? They pitched a negation to it? Sure. Well, I mean, I still have a Saga. And this Lorien can start finding colorful lands. It's not great, but they're down cards and they don't have a draw engine. It's not the end of the world. Time Walk. Well, I'm glad this wasn't a frog. Sometimes I wish I had a reanimate spell. Maybe like a Savine's Reclamation. Buy Lurrus. They chose not to buy Lurrus. Not a good sign. Do I care if this gets like countered or something? Not really. They can cast their delve spells now. So if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. I do have constructs coming though. Hopefully. Hope I don't get wastelanded or anything. Uh-oh. Soul Guide Lantern. I don't really care that much about that, but it does mean they have a Lurrus Looper. I wonder what they held up then. Maybe it's just negation. I mean, they need to find a wasteland, don't they? They start losing their onboard advantage. I'm gonna go get the volcanic. I have more white sources in the deck. That is both. I'm definitely waiting to cast this fourth until next turn. Oh, fuck me, Justin. Yeah, okay. Sorry, chat, about all of that. That one's on me. Yeah. That's on me. It's on me. It's on me. It's fine. This Saga can search up a white mana source, so. Frog. I mean, I can play around Spell Pierce if I need to, but I don't have to. Okay, it's a long day. I've only been streaming for 6.5 hours. PO. Yeah, I don't think I'm casting fourth. Man, I don't know. I need to get in at some point here. I'm at 10. They have an active frog. But I can just get a Sensei's top and like find something good, right? I don't know. If I had a needle, I could needle frog here. Should I get a white source so I can play fourth on the next turn? Yeah, I'm just supposed to get a Sensei's top. The problem is I can't really spin and use it right now. I mean, I can just cast PO if I wanted to, but I do lose like my constructs or whatever. I don't need to make it unblockable. I can also give it vigilance. Swords. That's fine. I should just PO then. I guess I lost a life. I lost a mana. I don't have any 0 drops follow off. Have I played a land? I haven't played a land. Draw 4. No, it looks bad. I should win this game, but I'm worried that I will run out of time or make a mistake with my last time. Oh, yeah? They forgot the hidden mode. Vigilance. We can still hop their frog, but I get to kill the bowmaster. Yeah, vigilance mode. Yeah, fly the frog. Spin my top. I gotta play faster. Snapcaster. Ruby Vault. Three cards left in my opponent's hand. I feel like we should be able to resolve a PO next turn for lethal. I still think they have like a negation though. We'll see if they like buy Lurrus or not. If they buy Lurrus, then we're good. If they don't, then we have to play through a negation somehow. Maybe we can fourth and still have enough to PO. Maybe we can PO and still have enough to fourth or something. Well, I guess I don't have a white source still. Or they just buy Lurrus? Oh, they cruised? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right, well, I'm POing. It's like I won the game. Sick. Woo, baby. I just made sure to play around Spell Pierce there and to play around Swords of Plowshares there. So by making eight knights, I have 16 damage. So if they swords my construct, I still have 16 for lethal. And if they have Spell Pierce, I had 2 mana floating to pay for Spell Pierce. Because I had Vexing Bauble beating forces. And they couldn't force my first PO. So it's fine to replay all my zeros and then play my Vexing Bauble. I could theoretically play my Vexing Bauble before my 2 ones. So I can play around Mental Misstep. Can be like slightly more optimal, but I think it was pretty optimized. Like I did play an Ancestral without a bobble, but they were F6, so at that point it's better for me just to make sure I play fast and get everything in. But yeah, pretty nice. I did pretty well against Lurrus today, right? Like all things considered, this was a, I guess it's more of like a 4-3, right? Because I had one round where my opponent didn't show up, but 1, 2, 3. Was Stroganoff also on a Lurrus deck? Or no, he was on Jewel. So 1, 2, 3. So I went 2-1 against Lurrus. I beat Oops All Spells. I lost to Dredge, and I lost to, what was Rooney on? Oh, the Lurrus mirror, the PO mirror, where he has like a bunch of pyroblasts, and then we also beat a jewel player. So pretty decent spread. No mono white. I don't know if I like this deck. Is the problem. I definitely like my deck more. Like I built my deck to be able to play against mono white, really, with the planes and the swords and stuff. And then I just never really played against mono white. But I did play against a bunch of Lurrus control, and I do like my version against Lurrus control a little more. Though I guess Pyroblast is pretty good against Frog. Doesn't really kill Bowmaster, but maybe a lot of times you just like don't need to kill Bowmaster. I definitely am unfavored against the Unlucky Monkey deck if someone is playing the Mirror. Just because they have so many Pyroblasts, it's very hard for me to do anything. And they also have double 4th Airlingas, and 4th Airlingas is so good in the Mirror. I think the thing I would change is I would probably swap this Spell Pierce since you have a second Flusterstorm. Gives you a better board plan against Lurrus, and also like extra combo game. I don't think you need this Spell Pierce against Jewel. It seems like Jewel is just Jewel. You just beat Jewel. You play the cards and you just beat Jewel. So, I feel like the basic plan worked out okay. I feel like the Surveil land was fantastic. The Surveil land, I'm definitely coming along and coming around on people are just not playing enough Surveil lands in Vintage, especially in this deck where I don't have Oswald. I think this just is free and super strong. And then I thought the 1 land splash for Demonic, Vampiric, and 4th worked out pretty well as well. Definitely some rough matches versus Dredge. I could see possibly wanting more sideboard cards for Dredge, but it's tough. You can only play so many sideboard cards, right? The repeal was fine. The repeal is like in the questing druid slot, and I kind of think it's just more versatile, but I definitely understand why there's a questing druid in the other list, and I definitely like the questing druid in the other list, so overall, I'm happy with the deck. I'm pretty happy with how I played. I felt like I played okay. There were definitely some optimizations early in the tournament that I could have made, and there were definitely I think there was just times where I just needed to draw more powerful cards, and that is like part of my problem with my deck is I don't. Sometimes it feels like not very strong. It's not doing a powerful thing. It's got clunky draws. It has a little bit less clunky draws now that the Oswalds and stuff are gone, but it is a little less versatile and a little less grindy with the Oswalds gone as well. So I don't know if I want to move like more towards the Unlucky Monkey direction with the deck. Do I want to try to cut the Lurrus and play more Tinker-oriented stuff? It's certainly possible that I can just cut the Lurrus and trade out some of this stuff and just play Tinker Citadel, and maybe it'll be more better again. But I don't know. I have to think about it because we do have very important matches coming up, right? We have let me pull it up real quick for everybody. This is the upcoming Magic Online season. So we just played the Super Qualifier today, and then we have a month off, basically. January, there's not much in January, but starting in the first weekend of February, we have the very first showcase. You're going to need to make sure you have 40 qualifier points for that. Then there's a Vintage Qualifier the following weekend. That is it's like this one, except it does need QPs. So 2 in a row Vintage QP events in February, and then another showcase in March, and another showcase at the end of March. So lots of vintage big tournaments happening on Magic Online in the coming months. So we'll be there. I'll be streaming the same times as always. Wednesday nights after work, 7 p.m. Eastern-ish, and Saturdays, challenges at 1 p.m. Eastern. Videos on the YouTube channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll see you then.